Hangout. My name's Chad. I'm so glad you're here today because we're going behind the scenes at one of my favorite churches called College Park Church in Greenville, South Carolina. And we're about to go in here and meet the worship pastor. Let's go. Hey, what's up? It's actually me. So let's go inside. Come on. This is my worship leader intern, Maddie Pizarro. Actually, soon to be Maddie. At the time of this, it is 1 week and 2 days from now. She will be married to our kids pastor, David Pizarro. So she's been my worship intern for the last year. Among a lot of other things here at the church, she does a lot. So she's gonna be hanging out with us today. And actually, I'm just gonna let you do the video. Thank you, see ya.
Okay. Let's go this way.
So we're back here at the sound booth. I made a joke earlier that we called it the flight deck. We never really call it that, but that really is what it is. I mean, this is where we handle everything in this building, as I'm sure you do at your churches as well. Church Motion Graphics is your go-to resource for making your worship ministry look great and saving you tons of time. Every week, CMG releases eye-catching screen visuals that are specifically designed to look great in churches. They're perfect for worship lyrics, announcement slides, sermon presentations, and really anywhere else in your ministry that can benefit from a fresh look. The best part is CMG is affordable. They have subscriptions that work with any budget. With their premium subscription, not only will you receive new packs of worship backgrounds every week, but you'll also gain access to a backlog of thousands of motion backgrounds, sermon and announcement templates, social media graphics, and so much more. Go visit churchmotiongraphics.com and enter the coupon code WLH and get $15 off a premium yearly subscription. That's churchmotiongraphics.com. This is where we run PurposeCenter. We also do a lot of our video editing on this computer as well. We're running a Mac, and it's a workhorse. It does a lot for us. And during the week, you know, we're editing sermon videos and whatever other videos Carlos, the guy holding this camera, whatever he wants to edit. Yeah, again, running PurposeCenter 7, it's just been excellent. We do have an update that we need to do on it, but it's Easter weekend. I don't want to do any updates until after Easter weekend. As far as getting our screens to each screen, you know, from PurposeCenter, we're using this little OKX box, and this box helps us be able to turn this machine, which natively allows it to have 2 screens. It gives us that extra screen or 2 that we need to be able to get our PurposeCenter feed over to our live stream, as well as on this screen and on the screen that's above me right here. That's our confidence monitor. Right here is our Sling Studio box. We'll get more into that in just a second. This is the soundboard that we're using. We are using the Midas M32. It's been an awesome board. I think we've had it now for about 5 years or so. It does everything I need it to do, although 32 channels is getting a little bit limiting, so we're probably gonna need to expand that here in the future. So under the soundboard, we have our mics. We're using the SLX4 receivers, and that's pretty much it. This is like a drawer. We have just a bunch of junk in. A label maker. You need one of those, it's very important. This is like the worst spot to have anything like this. So next time we rebuild our sound booth, remind me, Tristan, never to do this ever again. All right, over here, Maddie is hard at work. I have no idea what she's doing. Planning center, it looks like. This is where we do all of our audio. So our audio comes from the M32 over to Logic. So Maddie, go ahead and go over to Logic so they can just see how beautiful that empty template is. Yes, empty template. We also set up Restream over here on this computer for our live stream, and we're using, as far as hardware for live stream, we're using the Sling Studio camera link stuff. And so we have the Sling Studio iPad over here already connected. Sling Studio is pretty cool because you can have your camera feeds. Right now we only have 2 cameras on. You can preview your camera feed, and then you know, you can see which one's going live, that kind of thing. It's a very simple, relatively inexpensive live streaming system. It can be sent to just about anywhere you want to go live. Right now we have it going via RTMP to Restream, and then that takes it out to both YouTube and Facebook. Everything's coming again from the Midas M32 over to Logic, and then the audio comes from Logic and goes back into our Sling Studio hub, and that's where you actually hear the audio on the live stream is from Logic. So that way we can have a completely separate mix tailored just for our live stream. So you'll see a couple things like pieces of paper on the actual sound booth itself. These are our checklists. There's one over here too by the recording computer for live stream. Our live streaming producer or switcher actually sits there, and then they communicate to our camera people. and whoever else. But these are checklists. These are amazing, especially for the things that have a lot of little individual steps that you need to do or need to know to be able to set that up. And it's really good to have these out, and so your people can just check that. Even if they know exactly what to do, they're still going to be able to run through that checklist, and just in case they forgot something. Or now this doesn't tell them how to run sound, but it does tell them all the little things that they may need to try to remember to make sure it's all set up right. This is our confidence monitor. We have one, at least this year, we have one on this side, and then maybe next year, eventually we'll move the sound booth to the center of the room, and maybe next year we'll have one on the other side. So this is where our lighting is set up. We are using the M2PC board. So we're running that to the MPC software, and Maddie actually does probably 99.9% of our light shows and sets all that up. And you can see here she has different parts of the song. She has different cues for it. And so our volunteers come in and they can just very simply run through different parts of the song, and they can even do some things on the fly, but most of all the lighting settings and the effects and different things are built in within those cues. So that makes it a little bit easier for the volunteers. This is Tristan West. He is our video producer for the live stream. He's going to show us the cameras today. So what kind of cameras are we using? How do they work? Those kinds of things.
I run camera A a lot of the times, and so the camera that we use is a Canon XA50, and so we use the camera which runs to the Sling Studio camera link, and then that runs to the hub. And as far as camera settings, we do 30 frames per second and 5,000 Kelvin white balance. And basically what this what this person does running camera A is has a nice tight shot on either the pastor who's speaking or the leader that is singing on stage.
So I do have a question for you. Is that camera link wireless?
Is it wireless? Yes, it's wireless, but it's connected with this wire to this wire, and this is a charger to the link. But as far as the hub and this, yeah, it's wireless.
And the reason why we run 5,000 Kelvin, and I don't know if I've even talked to you about this, but we recently changed the way our front wash looks. Our wash was so yellow, so now our wash is much more of a nice white, very clean color. And so now we're able to run it at 5,000 because we put these little blue gels in front of our front wash. Instead of buying brand new fixtures at like $2,500, $3,000 a pop, I bought these little filters, these little gels, light blue gels that made that difference that we really needed. Before we get to the stage, I want to show you our media room or our gear locker or whatever you want to call it. We got a couple other things in there we use on a regular basis. I'll show you that camera first, so follow me in here. We do have a camera B person. We only run 2 cameras right now. They're using the exact same camera that Tristan told you about. Again, that's the Canon XA50. I have it running right now. It's going to our live stream. So what's that? And this also the same exact settings on this, 30 frames per second, running at 5,000 Kelvin for a white balance. It is also running to the camera link Sling Studio thing, and then that's obviously sending that wireless signal over to the hub. And then I'm running a Rode NTG2 mic on this for when we use it for other projects, not on Sunday morning. It's just ready to go, for stuff like this. And that's our camera B, and we usually rock that on a monopod. This is a Manfrotto, really great monopod. Got a bunch of camera stuff on the top. We have our comm system pack, so this is a wireless comm systems. And then under here, we just did a kids takeover worship, so we had all these little packs sitting down here trying to keep everything organized. And then over here, we have all of our mics. The mics we're using, this is a master mic. The mics we're using are the Beta 87As running to the receivers that I showed you over there. These are excellent mics, and we keep those in here. This is our little shoe rack. We keep the mics up here, and that corresponds with our wireless packs. This is the P3RA. I keep it right here with the extra set of in-ears ready to go. and then everybody else kind of does the same thing. This is where we keep our comm system headphones, and this is the unit for that. It's the Hollyland Mars T1000 comm systems, and I did a review on these, and I can link that, but I'll put that right here actually. This is the Mars T1000, and they actually gave me these, so we didn't have to buy these, and which was absolutely incredible. So thank you, Hollyland. Yeah, we keep the headsets right here. Tristan's used to this. He wears these every Sunday, running the camera or producing or whatever he does. Whatever you do. This is our miscellaneous musician supply. Here's some hot rods. Oh yeah. Oh, some extra sticks. So things like that. An extra old school rolling pedal in there. Some alcohol in case you get thirsty. And we got tape. Oh yeah. Gaff tape drawer. You gotta have this drawer. This is our power drawer. This is where we keep our extra power cables and power strips. So this is some like extra stage design stuff, you know, some extra little pieces that we had left over. We keep our haze in this Gatorade, you know, sport container thing, so don't drink this. I even have a label on it that says do not drink. And these are the gels I was talking about. If you do have very yellow like wash lighting for your stage, you can grab these light blue gels, put them in front of that, and it will raise it by like 2.5 Kelvin, your color or whatever. This little drawer set right here is our baptism shirts. Oh yeah. Don't you want to get baptized now? Here. All right, so now the part that you've all been waiting for. This is our stage. I'm gonna walk around and show you some different stuff, but I want to talk about our stage design first. We'll be doing a video, so if I've already done it, I'll link it right here. As you can see, we used fabric and we use LED strips to light up that fabric. I'll show you a little bit more about that in another video. We'll go deep into exactly how we made that. But I do want to show you something that we just implemented last week or within the last couple weeks. But right here on the front of the stage, and we're not done making this look perfect and pretty yet, but we had to get them up here ASAP. But we have these boards that we're writing names of people that we want to see come to know Christ, that we're praying for, and we want to see them come to know Jesus. This has been a pretty big part of our church, and lots of names. You'll see around the stage, lots of names have been written on here. And once that person does come to Jesus or come back to church, we're gonna mark that name off with some kind of red tape or red paint marker, that kind of thing. But so if there's a name you want to write on this, you go right ahead. This is not always set up right here, but this is where I've been for the last week, and I will be this week. This is my little keyboard setup. I'm using the Yamaha CP73. Love this keyboard. I bought it because David got me on it, and then one of our keyboardists here let me use his for a little while, and I was like, I've got to have one of my own. This keyboard is awesome. So this is where I'll be this Sunday. And then we have Lester back here. So this is Lester. It's a piano that we've gutted. So actually, if you come around and look, there is nothing in this piano shell. Our keyboardist will come in today. He will, you know, obviously use this as his piano stand. If you want to see how we gutted that, we did a video about that. I'll link it right here. But we left the soundboard in it because I want to be able to come back here and do that every now and then. Here we go. Sounds good. For talkback mics, we're using the Beta 87As. These are excellent vocal mics, but they also make good talkback mics. So as far as musicians, our guitarist, our electric guitarist stands right here. So our acoustic guitarist will be right here in the middle. Our bass player, Carlos Flores, everybody. The guy behind this camera right now stands right here almost every Sunday, plays bass very beautifully, and can talk into this mic right here and just whisper sweet nothings into our ears. All right, so down here, Carlos actually runs our loops. We use Loop Community, and I think this week we don't have actually any loops. We're just running all clicks. But we have this little Looptimus, and then we run that obviously to the iPad, to the Loop Community Prime app, and then we're running that to a dual channel direct box, and then running that to the board. Of course, we're hearing the loops in the house, and then the click just comes to our ears. So that's how we're running loops right now. So here's our drums. This is Christian's station right here. This is his snare. I have no idea what snare this is, but he talked about it in another video. We are using an old school stage custom shell pack. We do use Remo heads. A few of these are a custom cymbals. And for our ride, I'm very excited about this one. We just got this one from a friend. But this is the Istanbul, the one that starts with the M. But I love this ride. It has a great sound for us, and there's a couple other things we want to do in the future with cymbals, but that's what we have for now. And for drum mics, we're running Audix mics. And for the kick, we're running the Aquarian Super Kick 2, and mic'd with the Audix kick mic that came with this mic pack. And for the outside mic for the kick, we're running the Beta 52A, Shure Beta 52A kick mics. And for the overhead mics, we're using the Audix 51 overheads for the drums as well. So those all came in a kit, and you can grab that for, I don't know, around $700 or $800 on Amazon or wherever you get stuff. So yeah, and then of course he's running the power play as well for in-ear. So this is our backstage area. As you can see, I talked about the stage design. This is a fabric that we have pleated and put on the back of wood, and then of course put the LED strips on the front, and then we have that all wired into via DMX using the decoders. You can check these decoders out. Each decoder can run up to 8 LED strips, and then that runs via DMX back to our board. So we have a stage box under this part of the stage. We have our in-ear transmitters. We have the P16 transmitter unit box under there. So all that's under this part of the stage. As far as our lighting and the actual fixtures that we use, so for the moving heads, we are using Focus Spot 3Zs. For the lights that are in between the two moving heads, it is the Chave Slim Par. These little bitty ones on the edge over there, they're the American DJ Mega Tri-Par, I think. So for our stage wash, we are using the Source 4 Junior Ellipsoidals. Of course, I did, like I talked about, I did put that light blue gel in there to up that color temp. And to top it all off, we are using the Hitachi projector for our projection. I don't know the model number. I'll probably put that in the link below. And that's it. This is all the gear we use. Of course, all of it's subject to change because we are changing things a lot around here. I mean, these wonderful people can attest to that. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today, just getting a glimpse of the behind the scenes of what we do as far as on a production level here at College Park. You know, I couldn't do without people like this, without the two guys behind the cameras. They're simply amazing. I am gonna be doing a lot more behind the scenes coming up. I know 2020 was just not the year for those for us. But now, hey, I'm getting it started right here at our church. This is it. Right. So I'm really excited about this. Should I do one for Planet Red? I should probably. Just show what we're doing, like the 2021 behind the scenes Planet Red. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Oh, let me show them one more thing.
Go ahead.
2 more things, and then we'll end it out. You ready? You're looking good today. Yeah. Oh, let me show you one more thing. Maddie, who's that?
Oh, that's me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. We really do appreciate it. Subscribe if you want to hang out with us and see more videos like this. You might see us at some other churches coming up. We're trying to plan some things. So, where'd you go? Oh, you're right there. Never mind. No, you stay out.
Okay.
There's Maddie right there. So, thank you so much for watching, and remember, great worship leaders are always learning. See you in the next one. Bye.